exactly at 2:30. Do we have, Mr. Burns on?
I don't see him.
I know he's on vacation. So we can wait.
Yeah.
I just don't want to time him up. If he's on vacation, I want to get there, get done.
The transcript says angry at 2:30.
I know, that's.
So we approve the meeting minutes as presented.
Do I hear a motion?
I did.
Oh, okay.
Aye,
Aye.
majority of the board.
Thanks, Ted. Review and sign vouchers.
Did you talk to Mike Moran?
No, I tried to. He didn't answer me back and he didn't show up yesterday after he told me he would.
Okay.
I don't know where he went.
Do you need any explanation on me?
Nope. Got it. So no.
Did you have the? Do you have that? What he's proposing?
Yes, I do. Thank you. You want to sign this one, Diane, or it's okay?
You said just initial, I figured I'd make that faster here, just initial soundings.
Oh, you didn't.
Okay. If I don't see anyone else,
No, I don't either.
you know, honestly, I don't know why we use Teams versus Zoom because everybody has problems logging into Teams.
Do we have any,
Email, see if he's,
Yeah, I just emailed him.
okay,
any other thing that's
yeah,
before it?
so I have 2 well permits, wood permit and an installer's permit. The well is actually, was already approved, it's 185 Milford Street, that little lot. We already approved their well permit, but he's changing well drills, so I.
Okay.
Okay. It's amazing to me, he can get it.
I know. I agree. I'm gonna email Quinn too.
Okay.
Maybe I should text him.
Oh, we need a new well at Nipmuc already.
Oh, yeah? They don't have town water?
No, there's no town water down there. It stops. I don't know if Valley Park has it either. I don't know. It's weird. Our water skips, like you could have it and your neighbor may not. Do wells go dry? Is that, I mean,
Yeah.
all the water we've had? Geez Louise.
I need to get the information from CDW on that so I can load it up on the GIS.
Well, you
Have
can,
it ready.
I think it's an aquifer, so whatever you're pumping out of the water in the ground, if the ground does not have, you know, it depends how deep it is. When I had my old house, it was 240. My new house is 600 and the water's worse.
It says, this, John just emailed back, so he's trying to get on it, it's not letting him.
But Teams is brutal. That's why I'm always here.
Is there something else I need to do? Maybe I should.
Oh, because I think
Oh, yeah.
he just called in.
Hi, this is John. I can't, I've been trying to get in for the last 10 minutes and it won't let me in.
Okay,
I
you're in now.
I am? Okay,
Yes.
let me just, I'll turn my phone off. Let me just make sure you can see me. All right, good. I don't, oh, I gotta type in my, hold on a minute.
John, we can only hear you through your phone. Don't turn your phone off. You're not logged in otherwise.
Okay, all right, let me just, it says connecting, so bear with me.
Up there.
Okay, great. So you want me to keep my phone on?
John, I can't tell. I can't even tell. Yeah. Keep you can turn your phone off. I think we're getting you through Teams now.
Okay, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, great, I can hear you. Okay, thank you. All right.
Well, we appreciate you coming. I know you're on vacation. This is Laura, I have on the chair of the Board of Health.
Well, thank you. At least you had it during the day, so you saved me. At least I can go out tonight.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I hope you're somewhere warm because it's cold and damp and miserable here.
Well, I don't want to rub it in, but I was thinking, what do I wear? I have a short sleeve shirt on. I'm in Florida. So,
Nice.
and it's probably, it's high 80s. So, but I haven't really been out. I've been working remotely today. Today's kind of a working day. So, anyways, I appreciate you meeting with me too I don't know where we begin, or do I start, or do you start, or how do we proceed?
I can start. I'll tell you what happened, John, is in looking at your unit, I know you have a permit pending for lot 7. It upstairs you have, that's the one with the bonus room, the bedroom, and then a room called office study. What we're having an issue with is that room called office study meets the Board of Health's definition for a bedroom. And as you know, these are 2-bedroom restricted. Now, where our concern comes in, and I should give you full disclosure, I'm a realtor as well. So where our concern comes in is even though it's labeled an office, if someone were to use that as a bedroom, you're so close to your flow rate because this is an over 55. As you know, it has a reduced flow rate of 150 gallons per unit, where normally it's 110 per bedroom. And we no longer accept that in Upton because we have had issues with other units and too much overflow or outflow. And that's not even the right word I'm looking for. So anyhow, we looked at this and we were wondering, I know a deed restriction is great, but it really doesn't control how people use it. If you were to open the doorway to the office study to 6 feet, it would then not meet the definition of a bedroom. And I looked at your
So-
plans and I
I'm
see
sorry.
that, no, I looked at your plan. So as I look at this office study, you have your stairs immediately to the left. So I don't know how big that small doorway is, if it's close to, if it's like 3 feet. If you just open that to a cased open, and then the bedroom, you might have to move the entrance to the bedroom kind of kitty corner. Because you are using that right now, and I don't even know what you can see or if you remember. And so if you did that, we'd be pleased.
So I'm just looking at the plan, so if you can't see me, I'm looking. So if I'm hearing you correctly, I get to the top of the stairs, and then
Yes.
to the left of the top of the stairs, it says office, study, bedroom.
That's correct.
I've given this a lot of thought. In an effort to work with you, I could actually make that one big room, one big bedroom, and call the bonus room a study. If that helps you, help me.
That would be what we're looking for. We just don't, our fear is because it's a communal system and, it was a 10,000 gallon limit per day and you're right up there, you're right underneath it. So if you were to make that one big room, that would alleviate it.
It still makes the problem with the bonus room.
Right, if he ends up finishing the bonus room, we're still back to 3 bedrooms.
Well, but see, what it would be is, so downstairs is the master bedroom. Realtors now call it the primary bedroom, but I'm still old fashioned. I call it the master bedroom. That would become a study for people because, so what we're finding is we have a very active, 55 and over people. Like for instance, one person, so right now we have, I think, 6 or 7 people in there. And I would have to say, I wasn't prepared for this, is 1, 2, 3, at least 4 of them that work from home that are still working. It's not like a lot of people think these are like 75, 80-year-old people. These are very young, active, they're over 55, which by the way, they have to sign something attesting to that and show their ID. So would that alleviate the issue if we made that one big room?
That plus the deed restriction, and then you would call the master on the first floor an office?
No, what we do is the first, so on the first floor, there's a master bedroom. We would still
Yes.
call that the master, because that's what they use. And quite frankly, they rarely use the second floor. It's more when family or somebody else might come over. But I understand your situation. I think what you're telling me is I may have all the good intentions in the world, but somebody could come in here and start using it as a 3-bedroom. And it sounds like you've been burnt before, so you don't want to get burnt again.
Exactly.
I don't think, I'm hoping at least you don't think that I'm trying to get away with anything, because we're simply not. I know
No,
that.
no, John, and that's why I gave you the disclaimer that I'm a realtor. And I can't tell you how many times I've shown people houses and they're like, oh, this is gonna be a bedroom. And I'm like, it's a 3-bedroom system. And they look at me and they laugh. I mean, we all know, once the deed is signed, you can do whatever your little heart desires.
No, just, sorry, through the chair,
Yeah.
just, John, we do know that they're being advertised as 2 bedrooms. So, I mean, we know when they're not being advertised, more than that. So I just wanted to, up there as well.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
sure.
to me, John, if you, and you know, I'll have to see what the rest of the board thinks, but if you ended up with just 2 rooms upstairs versus 3, plus the
Yeah.
deed restriction, so Diane, this would be all 1 room, right?
So
And then
I'm fine with that. We'll eliminate that wall in between there, and we'll, I'll put that deed restriction in. I think I sent earlier, you know, the language that was used in a deed that was recorded. I don't know if you got that. I happened to get it this morning, so I figured it was better to send it.
We did, yes.
Did you
And
get it, Mike?
Oh, I got it. Yeah, he copied me on that.
John, we did get it. I'm fine with that. And actually, if you want to just put, if all of the units are deed restricted, you know, you have to draft the deed anyhow. So I assume the deed restriction goes on each and every unit.
Yes, yeah, it's pretty easy to do. You know, it's standard, and as you can see, that's already survived, you know, going into the registry of deeds, which now I don't have to be concerned with that. I'm fine with putting in the deed restriction. You know, and again, I was, you know, serious. We actually do have people send in their IDs to make sure that they're
Right.
old enough.
Right. So if this unit, lot 7 and all of the future ones that have the similar layout, if you change it to the 1 big room, we'll be fine with that. We just don't want the 3 separate rooms upstairs. Does that make sense?
I understand. So I can do that. So what I'll do, I mean, if you want to reflect it in your minutes so that I can move forward, that we've had this meeting and that's what I'll do. I can have that floor plan revised. You know, the only issue is we actually have somebody that's interested in that home. By the time I get the architect to drop what he's doing and get me the plan, it could take a week. I don't think he's sitting there waiting for me to eliminate that. I could actually draw it by hand. But if
Yeah,
that will suffice, and
John,
I
as
can
far
write
as
a letter.
John, as far as getting a building permit going, I would assume that the building commissioner would just need those updated floor plans, and then he could, I think everything else is addressed. He'd have to, he could immediately issue the permit, but are you saying, are you suggesting you'd like I'm assuming we're talking about the building permit. Are you saying you'd
Yes.
like it than that with a hand draw?
Well, yeah, what I was going to do is maybe write him a letter and, you know, reference that we've had this meeting and that it's agreed to that upstairs we will eliminate that wall and that
Sure.
I would be, you know, revising that plan. The issue is that I probably won't have the architect, with this being a Thursday afternoon, he probably
Yeah.
won't get till with me begging him till next week.
I'll email Pat Roach right now and Steve Johnson and copy Amy Bonina in my office and just make them immediately aware of what your intentions are. And so that when Pat gets back in the office Monday, he can, you know, either decide to accept that or give you a call and figure something out.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with that. And obviously he can check it and verify it. This is what I was hoping we could do, is work something like this out. You know, I don't. It's just the amount of people that are actually working from home, and particularly post-pandemic. You know, well, you being a realtor, I'm not sure people go into the office anymore, like the true office.
Yeah, with some of us do, some of us don't. You know, honestly, I understand it's difficult to get anything done because nobody is in the quote unquote office and working, yes. So I'm
Okay.
fine with, you know, we'll take you at your word. It's in the minutes. If you want to attach a hand-drawn plan for Pat and then get the architect's version, that's fine. I mean, tomorrow is a holiday to boot, so.
Yep,
Uh,
I'm fine with that
sorry,
then.
So, yeah, that,
So you're gonna carry this to,
John, Ted Briggs, one other quick question. You thought that you did have an expansion on your system. Do you happen to know how much it would be?
I didn't hear you.
I do.
You know, I really don't. And, but what I do know is like, for instance, you know, like we have a lot of the low flow systems and some of the Title V was written when like a toilet used 5 or 6 gallons per flush and now it's down to 1.2 or 3 and, you know, everything's low flow. So but I realize Title V doesn't take that into account. But, you know, like for instance, I'm trying to think right now of the units that are up there. One person goes to Florida for the winter, so they're not really using it full year. There's another single person there. I don't see it being used, but I could find that answer out. I don't know it, to be honest with you.
Well, no, that
I'm-
was just another option that you might have down the road, and I just wanted to, you know, see what the expansion might be.
Yeah, you know, this is more like, then I get into issues like with the 55 and over and people, you know, truly using what it's for. You know, this is, we've done, I've actually built probably over 355 and overs. And I've never really seen anybody need a third bedroom.
Right, I think taking the 2 rooms on all future, you know, all future construction, just the 2 rooms upstairs, the bonus room and the whatever we want to call it, bedroom with an office suite attached, as one large room. I think we'll be fine with that. I think it's all future liability. You know, we don't want anyone coming back and saying, well, I thought I was buying the 3-bedroom.
Yep, not a problem. We'll have it in the deeds. It will go in. It doesn't hurt me to have it in there. I don't want to say it's in there. It's in there in terms of they acknowledge it's a 2-bedroom, but this makes it much stiffer with the language. It refers to Mass General laws and so forth. So I'm fine with it. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
This is a very happy medium. This is where I was hoping we'd have something like this.
With it, Ted, are you okay with making the 2 rooms and the deed restriction?
Yeah.
I think we've come to a happy medium. That's what we were hoping for. We didn't want to interrupt your vacation, but we also didn't want to tie you up. And if you've got somebody on the hook, congratulations, because it's brutal out there.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'll have a glass of wine to celebrate tonight on behalf of all.
Go enjoy the sunshine for us, because we don't have any.
All right. Thanks. Thank you. All right.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Bye.
He did say, I asked him twice, and he verified that all plans from now on are just gonna have 2 rooms upstairs.
Okay.
One very large bedroom and 1 bonus room. I asked him twice, he verified it twice, all future plans.
We read that, but it still doesn't, you don't understand the
I
resale.
we
didn't hear
won't-
you say that, but I might have been out of the room.
When it comes down to the resale.
Amy's more than happy to make sure that that's the case. for
Yeah,
anybody.
yeah, she is. She's like the pit bull up there. It's great.
Yes.
So yes, that's what he agreed to, and that's what we need, and this is gonna be, you know, it does, taking out that wall and that potential third. I mean, anyone's gonna use it the way they're gonna use it.
Right.
You think she's going to make that extra big room over the garage on every unit?
I don't
hope
know.
not.
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, we'll have to deal with that,
You know, take it one day at a time, I guess.
and you may not be able to deal with it until you come to your first resale.
Yeah, but it's, like I said, it doesn't matter. You tell people it's a 2-bedroom and they decide that they're gonna use the, you know.
You are going to show Mike that it's for sale as a resale.
Mhm.
And you find out that that is being used as a bedroom.
Nothing I can do about it as a realtor.
No, But
So for example, I was looking at a multifamily in Grafton recently, and it's a one-bedroom unit with a living room. 3 of the units we went into, it's a 6-family, 3 of the units had a mattress standing up against the wall in the living room.
that's like the old Fountainhead, they used to have mattresses all over the floor.
Look, and that's why Milford did what they did. I mean,
This all started with Milford.
it all started with Milford.
But the
They
big,
were renting the closets out as a bedroom.
right, but the biggest difference on any of this comes down to whether you're on town sewer or you're on septic. If you're on town sewer, yeah, it increases the flow, but it doesn't really have an effect.
No.
The number of people that are living in a unit that's on septic is where the.
Probably a problem in college towns, right?
Oh, definitely, definitely. So I think this is gonna take away some of the issues. We're never gonna solve it, but I think this is a happy medium.
Mhm.
He's happy, he's willing to do it.
Mhm.
It takes away that, because that does look like a 3rd bedroom. That office study was actually bigger than the bedroom.
But actually, he has to put up one less wall on all the units.
Oh, yeah, second comes from ahead. One less wall, couple less doors, woo,
Yeah.
you know, it's all the little things that add up. All right, so I don't have anything,
Anything
No,
else anybody needs to talk?
specifically.
No, what time is it?
2:52.
I will make a motion to adjourn the meeting at 2:52 PM.
I second that. Dylan,
Majority of the board.
Meeting has been adjourned.